Right. Awesome. Welcome, everyone. We're so excited you're here tonight and really praying that this will be such a great investment of your time this evening. So, my name is Amy, and my family and I just moved from California to Tennessee 8 days ago, I guess, 9 days ago. My daughters were just asking me, how long have we been here? Because all the days run together. But um, I was introduced to Young Living in 2017 in the fall, and immediately our family was just in such a desperate place of needing some wellness solutions. And we immediately started diffusing and noticing such a shift in the atmosphere in our home. My daughter started sleeping through the night, which was huge because my middle one was having night terrors and was very just not sleeping well. So the whole house wasn't sleeping well as a result. And that was the biggest thing we noticed right away. And so my husband said, we need these in our lives every day. Like, this is huge. And so he started noticing the difference. And that was like, okay, because when your man notices and you're like, okay, this is legit, we got to do something, we got to do this. So that just became that was the beginning, like the first step towards a huge wellness lifestyle, and actually introducing me to a wellness community and a sisterhood and a partnership with so many other like-minded and like-hearted people that have become some of my best friends. And I have learned so much already. And really, these little bottles of plant juice, I have one in my hand right now. If you have any Young Living essential oils in your general area around you right now, grab one and put some on. It doesn't matter what it is, but these little bottles raise our frequency. So every living thing has a frequency, and essential oils have very high frequencies when they're pure. And Young Living's essential oils are the purest you can get on the planet. And they are so highly concentrated that they actually elevate your mood, they elevate your wellness. And that's what we were experiencing as a family. And so right away, I started realizing that everyone in my life needed to hear about these bottles, and everyone in my life needed to know that there were solutions for them for every body system, for every little thing, minor, major, all of it. And so I started sharing, which leads us to today. So we do teach these online classes because we're spread out everywhere now. Right now, we have on the call someone from Alabama, Tennessee, we have people in California. We're kind of everywhere. And so that this allows us to virtually connect with you and allows us to meet you where you are, and hopefully bring you some really helpful tips that can give you some prevention solutions and wellness solutions that could change your life forever. That's really what we believe. So that's just a little snapshot of my story, and I'm really honored to be with you here tonight. So let's see. That is my journey with Young Living, and as several of us are going to share tonight, I just wanted to get started with sharing a little bit of my story. I'm a mom. I have 3 daughters, and my husband and I are pastors. We have been pastoring since 2009, and we're in a little bit of a respite season. I'm also a music teacher, and moving to Tennessee has given us just a chance to kind of focus on Young Living. My husband works from home a little bit he works for a water filtration company out of Orange County, California. But this season is really cool because it's allowing me to really focus my energy and my time on this. And this is one of my greatest passions. So I'm really excited that we have this time set aside tonight. Our tribe, our number one passion is to love well by educating and empowering you to be your own wellness advocate, equipping you with powerful solutions for radical life change. And I hope you remember that throughout this evening. So we're going to talk tonight about a lot of things, and we're going to give you like a big picture overview. We're going to zoom out, and we're going to zoom in a bit too. But this starter kit bundle is like the best value. So we just want to highlight it from the get-go so that you kind of know what we're going to talk about at different points. But this is the way that I got started, and most of us got started with this bundle. So it's 12 essential oils that have been specifically picked to help you cover every body system. It's a beautiful desert mist diffuser, which is also an atomizer and a humidifier. It's a beautiful diffuser you will love. and a sample of some of our Thieves product, which our Thieves products are amazing. And it's a household cleaning line, and we'll talk a little bit about that. And then some samples of our Ningxia Red, which is our wellness antioxidant superfood puree. So that whole kit includes a membership, a lifetime wholesale membership, which is 24% off to Young Living for life. And we're going to talk about a little bit about that later, but I wanted to highlight that as we get started. So I am going to pass the baton to the beautiful Melody Monroe.
Hi, you guys. Yeah, so my name is Melody, and just to introduce myself a little bit too, I am in Northern California. I live here with my husband of November will be 4 years, and our kitty cats, and I'm an elementary school teacher. And my journey with Young Living started in the summer of 2018. I'd gone to a class of Amy's, very similar to this one, and really had my eyes opened to just the chemicals in our environment and the things that I was not aware of. The toxins in my beauty care products are, candles, are lotions, just everything. And it was just pretty life-changing for us, honestly, because I started to turn bottles around in our home. I started reading labels and researching for myself. Like, I really encourage you guys after this class to go around your house and turn bottles around and, Google or DuckDuckGo, whichever you use, risks of fill in the blank of whatever chemicals in the ingredient. It's very eye-opening, and it's really empowering. Honestly, we talk about being the gatekeepers of our home and protecting our home and the four walls there. And we spend the most amount of time in our homes. So if we can control that, we can't control what our families, our kids are exposed to outside of the home, but we can control what comes in. And I think we just assume so often that the products on the market are safe, and that if it's on the shelf, then somebody must have tested it, somebody must have approved it or said that it's safe for us to use, which is the way that I used to live my life, just continuing to use the same products over and over again, not really questioning it. And mostly a lot of the time it's just out of convenience, right? But it's really empowering, like I said, to start reading labels. And I also watched a documentary called Stink, which I really recommend to you guys. If you've not seen it, you can find it on Amazon Prime or on YouTube. That opened my eyes to fragrance, all of those things that we're going to jump into right now, which is kind of the why of using essential oils. Like, why do I use, Panaway instead of, something that I maybe use that for head tension or neck tension instead of something that maybe I'd get over the counter at the store, or, why do I use like lemon and Thieves in my cleaners instead of something else? So 515 is the average number of chemicals the typical woman applies per day, and it takes 26 seconds for the chemicals in your products to hit your bloodstream when applied to the skin, and it takes 3 seconds when inhaled. So bioaccumulation, the building up of toxins over time. I think we're all generally aware that there are chemicals in the world that are harmful to us, right? And there's cleaners that we use that we're like, oh, I've got to open a window, I shouldn't be, breathing all this. I think most people know that and feel that way. And we think, well, a little bit of it here and there is not going to harm me. Well, we think about what we just read, the amount of products and chemicals the typical woman applies per day times 365 days a year. All of that adds up and builds up over time, and that's called bioaccumulation. And basically, we have organs in our body that act like filters, but they can only filter out so much, and they can only, when there's when we're exposing ourselves to those chemicals in excess over time, every single day, it just adds up, and then it kind of spills out in lots of different ways for different people. So greenwashing, this is another term that's important to know. While many clean, natural, and organic products on the market do steer clear of certain ingredients, there are still many toxic ingredients lurking inside. And these can be endocrine disrupting chemicals, carcinogens, neurotoxins, and more. And it's deceiving because we think that we might be making a better choice, but these products are really harmful to ourselves and the ones that we love. So this slide just gives you kind of a general, like, these are some greenwash products on the market that a cup, actually all of these almost, I used to use in my own home, thinking that I was making a better choice and doing something better for my family, but had no idea that there are risks associated with all of the chemicals inside of these, and they're greenwashed to look like a better choice, and they're marketed, they look clean, they look organic, they look natural, but it's really misleading. So I won't read them all, but just as you give that a glimpse, you can kind of just see what is lurking inside of these things. So I mentioned synthetic fragrance, and this is one of those ones that's highlighted in that documentary Stink that I highly recommend you watch. So synthetic fragrance is a frequent offender in disrupting the endocrine system. Common household cleaners, even ones that look natural, are highly toxic to our systems because of synthetic fragrance. And synthetic fragrance is essentially a chemical soup of hundreds of different toxins that companies are not mandated to disclose. They are considered trade secret. Like, we have so many products on the market that are scented. Everything. You can't go to a store our perfumes are like, just everything is scented, our laundry stuff. And most of the time it's with, turn the bottle around and you see the word fragrance listed in that ingredient list, and there's hundreds of different chemicals behind that one word that don't have to be disclosed to us. Okay, so there is a better way. There's better ways to swap out. We use our oils to swap out for scented stuff left and right. But as far as cleaners go, the best way is Thieves Household Cleaner. And Thieves is going to replace every single cleaner in your home. Like, no more 15 different bottles for 15 different purposes under the sink. You just have one. It's extremely cost effective. You see the concentrate bottle right there on the left. You only need 1 to 2 capfuls of that in a glass bottle on the right, like that size glass bottle. You only need 1 to 2 capfuls in there with water. And then, so it's super, that one bottle on the left has last, I think my first one lasted me like a year. And it's safe on every surface. And it comes out to only $1.50 to make that 16-ounce bottle. It's plant-based power and immune support while you clean, we're going to talk later about just where Thieves comes from. Why is it called that? Why is it so effective? And then this is just an example online. There's lots of these different studies. PubMed.gov is another one that you guys can use. It's a great research if you are scientific and want the research and want the facts and want to know that it actually works. PubMed.gov is a great site, but this is just an example of like a Petri dish experiment where you have the control in the right hand corner, top right corner, and the same bacteria has been cleaned with a handful of different products, and Thieves Cleaner comes out on top.
Every single time.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Michelle, thank you so much, Mel. Michelle, will you take us into this next section and share a little bit of your story with us too?
I would be glad to. Hi, guys. Thanks for joining us this evening. My name is Michelle Bryce. I'm a wife, a mother of 2 and 2 bonus babies. My oldest just graduated from high school this summer, so I'm really grieving that right now that she's no longer a baby. She's a baby adult now. My story is I started with Young Living in search of um, connection, friends. I wasn't looking for anything clean, to say the least. I was just looking to make friends. So I answered an invitation on a mommy Facebook group, and my sweet friend invited me to a class, and it was a Savvy Minerals class. It's Young Living's clean makeup line, and I was just looking for eye makeup that was not going to make my eyes burn. And little did I know, a lot like Mel, we just my eyes were opened. I also watched that documentary Stink. I second what Mel said, definitely need to see it, and just surprised by all of the chemically laden products that are in my home that I was putting on myself, my son, my daughter, my husband, my fur baby. It was just mind blowing. But in addition to just learning all of the education there is to learn about ditching and switching all of the products that are not good for us, not healthy for us, does not support our bodies, I joined an amazing, amazing community of friends that not only do we do this clean living, oily journey together, we do life together. And it is such a gift, such an incredible gift. So, candles, we have to go there. I mean, every season I was buying new candles, not knowing how highly toxic they are. Benzene, toluene are known carcinogens. They're found in diesel fuel, which when I learned that, I found it just highly infuriating. Like, how can, the powers that be allow this into our homes? Formaldehyde, also a known carcinogen. And these items, when I was using them, it didn't dawn on me, like after I was burning them for a little while, that I was blowing them out because I was having a headache. I was feeling a little bit of dizziness, nauseousness. Asthma attacks are brought on by these respiratory tract infections and even cancer, which is really alarming. And so there's a few things that you want to keep in mind. I mean, even high priced candles doesn't mean that they're high quality candles, which again is very upsetting because I have a Jo Malone candle and those candles start from anywhere from $50. I've seen them cost $495. It's just bananas. But in those candles are fragrance, are hidden chemicals that they don't tell you about that cause all these things. And when I remember back to the first time I got that candle and I started burning it, we all got a little bit nauseous, and I thought it didn't click. So even soy or beeswax candles, those are also dangerous because of synthetic fragrance. Our bodies just don't speak synthetic. God made them to respond to things that are pure and clean. So also, oh my gosh, I had so many plugins. When I think about how many plugins, I had a plugin probably in every outlet. And I would plug them in for a little while and pull them out. And those things with naphthalene, lung cancer, tissue damage, formaldehyde again, carcinogen, they're just so toxic and dangerous, and they don't support our bodies in any way. Volatile organic compounds, those are VOCs, they degrade the indoor air quality and leaving us super vulnerable to sicknesses and all kinds of ailments, it's skin issues, things of that nature. So the solution is diffusing Young Living's Seed to Seal premium essential oils. There's nothing like it. And any candle that you think that you're going to miss out there, like let me think of one.
Pumpkin pecan waffles.
Yeah, pumpkin or Anthropologie. You can replicate that that beautiful aroma with something that's clean and something that's going to support your body. They purify the air. They don't just cover up the smell. You're boosting your immunity while you're diffusing. Supports emotional health. And I can totally attest to that in this season of children graduating high school. It's been super supportive. And like Amy said earlier, all of our diffusers are a three-in-one atomizer humidifier and diffuser, super high quality and chemical resistant. So that is such a bonus. Oh, laundry soap. Oh my goodness. If you don't know, we're going to tell you that laundry soap, fabric softener, and dryer sheets are among the most toxic products in your home. I used to love using, oh my gosh, it's so embarrassing to admit this, Tide, Downy, the Downy beads, and dryer sheets, and still wondering why my family was always getting sick. We were that family that was sick all the time. And I also suffer from seasonal issues. So that was exacerbating it unknowingly. So what we did, the first thing that we did, and I learned in my first class that I attended, was to switch out the dryer sheets. So if you're using dryer sheets, I mean, no shame, no judgment, but ditch those things immediately. Get yourself some wool dryer balls. You can find them on Young Living's website, Amazon, Trader Joe's has them, and use those. They also cut the drying time, which is, energy efficient. It's such a great thing to do. So we're going to teach you about all of the items that you can switch and replace these things with. Oh, this is a really educating slide. The Environmental Working Group rated 89 different laundry detergents as an F. 89. I don't even know that I know 89 brands, but that's a lot. There are laundry products we regularly grab off the shelf at the store, trusting that they're safe. And what's in them is endocrine disrupting things like sodium lauryl sulfate, dyes, petrochemicals, aka diesel fuel, formaldehyde, and again, synthetic perfumes and fragrances that are not good, not wellness supporting. So greener laundry by the load. Thieves laundry soap has absolutely zero toxins. It smells like Thanksgiving or fall and Christmas had a baby. It smells so amazing. Each load comes out to only 4 cents when you use a quarter cup to make a gallon batch. We'll teach you all how to do that. And it is highly concentrated and gives you super real clean without compromising yours or your family's health. So with that, I'm going to hand it off to my lovely friend, Jessica Peace.
Hello. That was such a good job, Michelle. The laundry soap is probably my favorite thing about Young Living. My name is Jessica Pease, and I have been a part of Young Living for an entire year. And let me just tell you, it has literally been the best year of my life, all through the pandemic, because God has royally changed my entire family. And I am just beyond grateful for all the things that I've learned. And I started, what drew me to Young Living was the birth of my son, Weston, who is a micro preemie baby. And he had these awful chronic lung issues because he was on the ventilator for so long. And I knew that I was bringing home this teeny tiny little fragile human being, and I had to make some major changes in our life and in our environment, in our home, but I had no idea where to even begin. We're a one income family, so it's not like I had $1 million to go buy out all these like super hoity-toity products that supposedly look clean, but they're really not clean. They're really not green, right? That's totally greenwashing. So I didn't know where to turn. And I thought oily people were crazy. I thought they were psycho for real. So it turns out I am one of those people, and I totally love it. And it's been like the best journey of my life. And now we've ditched so many over-the-counter garbage items, and I'm the healthiest I've ever been. My baby is doing amazing, and God has truly revealed himself to me in the most amazing ways through Young Living, through our community of Jesus loving, oily, crazy people. So it's been awesome. So anyway, let me tell you about some of my favorite parts of this class. Okay. And I get super loud because I'm super passionate about it, but it's okay. 80%, you guys, of the 10,500 ingredients used in personal care products have never adequately been tested for safety. Okay. They don't even know what we're putting on our bodies. They don't know. In 1938, that was the last time Congress passed legislation regulating the ingredients in our products. In other countries, literally, not just with our personal care products, but like with food and all kinds of stuff, there are things that we eat, ingest, put on our skin, breathe in every single day that are banned in other countries. And we have got to share this message with everybody. Everybody has to learn this because it is so detrimental to our everyday well-being. There are toxins in personal care products out the wazoo. They disrupt your hormone function. Okay. There's not enough studies as to why I had preeclampsia, which made me give birth to my son early. So who knows what contributes to that? But all I know is that there's a lot of things in our personal care products that disrupt our hormone function by mimicking estrogen. Too much estrogen can increase breast cell division and growth of tumors, which is why paraben use has been linked to breast cancer. You guys, like Mel was saying in the beginning, turn your products around, okay? Turn them around right now. Go look in your bathroom and look at your deodorant. Go do it. I dare you. I dare you, because you will see that there's a whole bunch of garbage in there that is going to jack your body up. So parabens have been directly linked to breast cancer and reproductive issues. They have been linked to asthma, obesity, birth defects, developmental issues, decreased fertility, poor semen quality. Phthalates interfere with the production of the male hormone testosterone. And these are just two of the many harmful chemicals in products that are not okay. And they're in everything. But don't worry. I know we totally freaked you out. It's fine. We have a solution. Young Living has everything you need. We have over 700 products, making it super easy and like worryless for you to ditch and switch to safe products. The best thing is I ditched all the garbage for my babies, and now I only use Young Living's kid soap, baby lotion. Like, there's endless amount of, well, it's not endless. There's only 700, but don't worry. They're coming up with new stuff every day and it's going to be endless. But like, it feels so good to know that as a mom, I'm winning and my kids are safe and I'm safe and I'm going to be around for them. My husband is safe. And so we love all of Young Living, all their products, everything they have to offer. And that is why I'm passionate to tell everybody. Okay, I'll stop talking, but there you go. That's it.
I love it. I was kind of so blown away by the quality of the box of oils and the diffuser that I got that I was like, wow, I kind of want to open the catalog and look at the other things that they have, because I could just tell it was different than the stuff I bought in the store before. And I wasn't previously an essential oiler. Young Living was my introduction to oils, but that experience alone was enough to make me go, okay, this is special. Like, I want to try the lotion. I want to try the skincare. I want to try the deodorant. I want to try the stuff for my kids. You know, it just was like the gateway to all these new things. So this is just a little transition. What can we do instead? So we've talked a lot about some of the problems with greenwashing, bioaccumulation, toxins that our government just allows in products. So now that we know better, we can do better. When we make simple switches, we need to be absolutely sure that what we're bringing into our home is actually better, because there's a lot of products that are greenwashed saying claiming purity, claiming organic. So what that means is a portion of the product is pure, a portion of the product is organic. And is it better than something next to it on the shelf further down? Probably. It's got less chemicals, maybe it has some benefits, but is it actually the best? That it doesn't just appear or look better. We are the gatekeepers of our homes. So start the process of ditching toxic household and personal care products and switching to all things Young Living. It is the safest, it is the cleanest, it is the most effective. And you guys, because of how highly concentrated everything Young Living is, you will find that it is very cost effective. I have found that. At first I was like, I don't know if I can do this, but it's not like I'm buying everything from Target and Young Living. No, like we've switched everything over to Young Living, and that's a one-stop shop for us. Everyone needs to hear this message and have their eyes opened. So that's why we love to teach these classes, which we're offering every single month so that we can tell you, oh, after this, we're going to have another one in July, and you can invite friends and family to that class. And we are happy, all of us here, any one of us is happy to teach a class for you as well. Just reach out to the person who invited you and we will get connected. So Brooke, would you take us into this next section on Seed to Seal?
Yes. Hi guys, I'm Brooke. I have a fan on. Is it too loud with it on? Or are you guys good?
Not at all.
All right. I am Brooke. I actually was introduced to Young Living actually by a coworker years prior to actually even like signing up and going to a class. But I had a couple oils that I had bought just from experiences that she knew that I was dealing with. And so I got them, but I never really used them because I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure how. I thought I was going to do it wrong. So they sat in a cabinet. I knew they were precious to some degree. I knew that they were special, so I didn't throw them away. But I was afraid I was going to do it wrong. So I just kept them and didn't use them. And later on, I had gone to a class, not Young Living. It was through a doctor based on other kinds of female issues and health. And so there was a whole like series to it, but part of it was all about toxins and certain products and chemicals that are in all these things that we're talking about, parabens and phthalates and all this stuff and what they do to us. And I mean, it was super in depth. So it was very like eye-opening, like, oh my gosh, like what? I couldn't believe it. For one, I'm a hairstylist. And so I've been around, you know, all this stuff my whole life, of course, just as a woman using what we would normally use, but then also in a salon every single day, all day long. And it was mind blowing to me that I use this stuff and I was never, ever educated on actually what it is or what it can do to your body. And so I immediately had already switched to an organic hair color prior to that. I just had already kind of had some inkling of, you know, maybe I should do this, but I immediately started thinking about the oils because she talked about essential oils. And so I had those oils in my cabinet, I remembered. And so I was like, okay, I need to talk to someone that knows something about these. And I went to a class that Melody actually taught and went there knowing that, okay, I was going for the oils. Knowing in the back of my mind, I was already wanting to switch out products and get rid of that stuff, but I had no idea how that was even going to happen, kind of like Jessica. And then when I went to a class and I seen, oh my gosh, they have like everything, like this is so perfect and easy. And, you know, I trusted what she said. And then as I've been with Young Living now, almost, well, it is 2 years, I think this month. I really have like grown to see like this company is legit. Like they are very transparent in what they do and what you see is what you get. And they care so much. Like it's crazy to like see a company that truly, truly cares about the people and just how they give back and all of it. So I've been just blown away by it. I've loved every single thing I've tried. I never used essential oils before this, you know, either. And I love them. And it's crazy. Every time they work, you're just like, wow, I'm still kind of blown away by it, but they do. So, and the Seed to Seal, this is what sets Young Living apart. This is their standards. So it's on every single product that they make. It's their promise to us. So from the seeds that they use to how they cultivate, how they distill, how they test, seal, everything is done to the highest degree standard possible. And then this is a quote by Gary Young, who is the founder: "If you don't know your soil, you don't know your oil." So that's huge too. Like, it's all about, you know, the ground too. It's everything. So there's 27 years Young Living has been around. Like I said, they're very transparent, super honest, and you just can see that integrity. They exceed organic standards. So their seed to seal is above organic standards. There's never any pesticides, never chemicals, no weed killers. This is super cool. I think that they do is chemical-free soil for 50 plus years before they plant. So that is just amazing to me. Plants are harvested by hand at the peak to ensure their premium quality. There's vigorous testing done. Corporately owned farms, there's partner vetted farms that always meet the seed to seal standards. But the farms are open to visitors. So that's super cool. And they welcome people. They come see how we do this. The largest selection of single oils and blends on the market too. There's over 200 oils that we have. So there's a huge selection. So there's 3 ways of using the oils. Aromatically, we diffuse them. I have my little diffuser back there going. Inhaling them, just even to putting a couple drops in your hand, putting them over your nose and breathing in. Super good. Topically, like we said, rubbing them on the skin. Pretty much most places you can put them on. You can make a little roller, use that, and then internally we can ingest them. So we would be putting them in food to spice, like different spices up. Beverages, we have our Ningxia Red, which is our antioxidant supplement drink. You can add oils to, or even make little capsules, which I do a lot, which are the empty capsules that you're like little pills you can make and take. So a few safety tips. Certain oils are photosensitive, so you always want to use caution when using them. So most citrus oils are photosensitive, so you just have to be careful as far as you don't want to lather on lemon and go sunbathe. But putting it on and like walking to your car, you're going to be fine. When using the oils on your skin, always watch for redness. If you're super sensitive, definitely make sure you use a carrier oil with it. So they make the B6 oil that you can use to dilute. And then always dilute oils on kids just because their skin is more permeable. It absorbs the oils more quickly. And we have dilution guides for that too. So it makes it super easy. And then keep away from your eyes, especially hot oils like peppermint, oregano. They're definitely have that hotter, intense feel to them. So be careful with those. And then how the oils work. So tests have shown that oils reach the heart, the liver, and thyroid in 3 seconds when inhaled. They're found in the bloodstream 26 seconds after being topically applied. Our sense of smell is the only sense that's connected to the limbic lobe, the emotional control center of the brain. So I think that's really cool because that's one of the main things that we say. They are like huge emotional support components for us, and that's the reason. The expulsion to essential oils takes place within 3 to 6 hours in a normal healthy body. So they're not, like I think of this to the this last part. If you're using them to help, you're going through something, you're using them to support a certain whatever, you might have to take it more often than like say you would like a Tylenol. That's when I look at this is what I think of, because they are going to work through our body how it should, and not like a chemical synthetic thing that's your body's trying to get it out and it can't.
Yeah, that's powerful. And I think another thing that I have learned and I am continuing to learn and really understand is Western medicine is very one size fits all. So a drug is formulated with this, these chemical constituents, and they're all identical. and they all like, you get your prescription and it's the same exact prescription that the person down the hall is getting. But with essential oils, because they have these things called terpenes, they're smart molecules. They literally fit to your body's needs. So they go to the places where they're needed. They know how to support your unique physiology in synergy with your body systems, which are unique to anyone else on the planet. And that's what I love about essential oils, because they're God's smart medicine. They know what to do, which pharmaceutical drugs can't know, because they're synthetic. They're not made from nature. They don't have those smart molecules, and there's no way to reproduce that. What nature what God's created in nature is not reproducible, man-made. So I just love that. And I love that you said that, Brooke, because I think that's a really powerful aspect of why they work and why they're so effective and unique to each body. Jess, would you read these next two for us?
Yeah, girlfriend. Okay, so like Amy said, oh, sorry, what?
No, I know we already covered this one, but go ahead.
Yeah, like Amy said, this is how most of us got started with the Young Living Premium Starter Bundle, because it's premium and it's awesome. And but I love Young Living so much because they have a kit that matches any budget. So it's super easy to get started. And we are here to help you find something that is able to match your budget. But this is definitely the best bang for your buck. Okay, so now we're getting into the oils. This is like the best part. Can I get a hallelujah? Okay, let me just tell y'all, frankincense is like the Mac Daddy essential oil, okay? There is over 10,000 uses for frankincense. I just read today that you can put frankincense on your C-section scar to help it to soften and to help it to heal better. So I need to start doing that ASAP. But frankincense is so good for all the skin things, all the fine lines, which none of us have any of those, right? And it is an ingredient in our oil blend called Brain Power. But literally, I put frankincense on my kid's spine every night. I put frankincense in the diffuser, especially for if I'm having my quiet time in the morning. And I really like to use frankincense before I go to church on Sundays, just because it's really helpful for prayer time and worship time and grounding. And frankincense is mentioned in the Bible so many times. I don't even want to say the amount because I'm scared I'm going to mess it up, but I think it's like over 22 times, but don't quote me on that. But frankincense is the Mac Daddy. Okay. It is so good. Okay. Peppermint. Y'all, peppermint is so good. It is so good. I know Mel is probably thinking in her mind, oh my gosh, okay, I use that for my students to help during testing time with focus and concentration. And we all know our children need more of that, especially over the last 2 years since it's been bonkers. Peppermint is so good to put in your brownie mix, and you can make peppermint brownies. Hello. Peppermint is really good for the and Michelle's like probably preaching it from her brain of how she used lemon, lavender, and peppermint for all of the sinus changes and the weather to help her with that. Y'all, peppermint is one of the first oils that I had, and I used it all the time for my head tension, and it was amazing. And then Jesus said, wait, Jessica, you haven't even tasted Panaway, and you haven't even tasted so many other goodness I have for you. And then the floodgates opened up, and I have all these amazing plants at my fingertips to help me with that head tension that I no longer struggle with. Okay, I just got to preach a little bit. Okay. Lavender. Lavender is the Swiss Army knife of essential oils. Lavender, I mean, I literally just told my friend today that I use lavender to help with any like of those like little critter bites, and they get super itchy and burny. And so I use lavender for that. Lavender is really good for relaxation support and help to like calm you. And I probably need some lavender to like chillax a little bit because I'm like super pumped. But lavender I use on my kids every single day because it's just amazing. It's so good for your skin. I mean, you can use it to make lavender lemonade. You can put lavender in your coffee and your tea. You can put lavender, I mean, like you can just bathe in it. It's totally fine. It's great. I love lavender. I mean, don't really bathe in it, but you get what I'm saying. Okay, that's it. Those are 3. Now let's go to the next one.
I have to unmute myself. All right. So Citrus Fresh. I love this one too. This is like a great one, just like it says, eliminating odors. You can do a couple drops in the bottom of your trash can, in your trash bag. It's great for your water. It has spearmint in it, so you get that like citrus and like mint. Another good one for dryer balls. Like it's definitely the go-to if you want to kind of like eliminate odors and you just want this like fresh smelling, yummy, uplifting. Citrus are uplifting, so really good for your mood. And then Thieves. Thieves is our like immune support oil. This is our blend, Young Living's blend. And I know someone, I think Melody or someone talked about the story. So I believe is it the 15th century when the plague? Okay. It's been a while since I've told it, so I have to like refresh my memory. When the plague was around and there were these robbers basically that were going in and robbing people that were sick or had died of the plague, and they weren't getting sick. And so they were like, what are they doing? There's something going on that they're not contracting it. And so they ended up getting a hold of these people and, were able to convince them to give them, what's their secret? What are you guys doing? And they were putting all these herbs and spices in these like beak filled masks and wearing these gowns and stuff that were protecting their bodies, but they were using spices and herbs for protection. And so that's where Thieves comes from. And these are the herbs that are in there. I was gonna pull it out to kind of tell you what was, because I can't remember everything offhand, but clove is the number one, lemon, cinnamon, eucalyptus, and rosemary is the blend of Thieves. So like I said, that's our go-to immune support. I have a wellness roller that I made with the Thieves, lemon, and Frank. And I will roll that like on the bottoms of my feet every night for bed. You can do it on your spine. It's something daily, definitely, to keep just our immune systems boosted. And definitely if you're not feeling well, that's my like go-to oil. And it smells like fall. So it smells super good just to diffuse if you want that fall-y smell. And then Stress Away. It's the name, Stress Away. It's exactly what it is. It smells super good. It has that lime, vanilla kind of sweet smell to it. Great just for diffusing at night, maybe before bed, just to kind of wind down. If you suffer from, stress and you're in a like high, maybe where you work, is a high stressful environment, that's a great one to either keep in a roller, roll it on, diffuse it, whatever you can do. Use it as a perfume because it smells really good. So you can pop one of those spit mints right on top and roll it right on without making a roller. And then lemon. So again, like I said, all citrus are like mood boosting oils. So diffusing, I do this a lot for like when I'm cleaning, I'll put it in the diffuser and have it while I'm cleaning. I will add it to my Thieves household cleaner just for extra cleaning power. I make a scrub with our Thieves household cleaner with baking soda and add the lemon to that, which is awesome. I think one of the coolest things that I've done with the lemon is remove the sticky residue on stuff. So if you have a sticker and it leaves that residue behind, literally you could take a drop or two of lemon on a paper towel and wipe it and it totally comes off. I've done that a lot with reusing glass bottles because a lot of my product comes in that. So I'll like save them and wash them, but you got to get that residue off and it works like perfect. Digest is our blend too. That's digestive support. It's like the go-to digestive support. You can put that. I do that in a roller with peppermint and literally just rolling it over your stomach. I swear it's like magic. You can ingest it if you want to. It kind of has like a stronger flavor to it. I think I've gotten more used to it as I've been around it. Or it doesn't, like I don't mind it now, that scent, but it's pretty powerful. So people put it in a veggie capsule where you don't have to taste it, or use it like in a roller, like I said. Works perfect. And then Raven is a good open your airways. It has that minty smell again, so it really helps open you up. It's really great if you're feeling congested, adding it to your shower. I heard too, one of the girls would kind of sprinkle it like on her shower wall so that it doesn't just get washed right away. So you get more of that smell as you're in the shower. It's one of my favorites just the scent of it. It smells really good. Okay, and then Panaway. So this is if you have a place that is not feeling well, like on your body, any kind of achiness, it's really good for that. 1 or 2 drops, like rub it right on that area. A good, again, for head tension. It definitely has that like hot cool sensation to it. So it's really good for soothing muscles. I again like the smell of it too, just to diffuse it. One of my members, she's like, that's like one of her favorites just because it smells good. Peace and Calming is like one of my favorite oils because I really feel like it just has worked so powerfully for me and for other people that I know. And so it's really just super grounding. Again, I think kind of a stress away, but I almost feel like it's like just another step up. Great for diffusing, rolling it on, literally just like lathering yourself in that when you need that kind of just centered calmness. Valor is another blend that a lot of people love. It smells really good. So again, it's a good one just to use as like a daily perfume. We call it Liquid Courage because it really helps just kind of boost your confidence. It's great if you're going for an interview or you have a test, something like that. You're doing a class like this. That's exactly what I have that I was like breathing in. So it's just a good one just to wear daily too.
Awesome. I love hearing your guys' experiences with the oils too, because we all use them in similar ways, but then we always, like, every single class I come to, I learn something new and I'm like, oh, I could use it that way too. I love that. So that was great. So we're just going to wrap up, and you guys, you can be empowered, confident, equipped with real effective tools. These oils are real effective tools to take charge of your health today and your family's well-being. And like I was saying in the beginning, you are the gatekeeper of your home. So you can let Young Living be that solution for you for true health and wellness. Like truly what's better, truly what's the best, not just looks better, appears better. But yeah, and we have this incredible community that we're so excited to welcome you to, and you can be a part of. It's truly, like Michelle was talking about, like, it's the community part and the friendships is something that is just the gift that I never expected. And We just have the best community, best tribe. So reach out to that person who invited you to class, sent you this link. I know they probably have a special incentive for you in getting started. And like Jessica was saying, there's lots of different ways to get started with Young Living, lots of different price points. It can be totally customizable. This kit is honestly the best value and the best bang for your buck, and where so many of us began. But there's lots of ways to just tailor it to whatever your needs are in this season of your life. So we would love to help you with that, and just help you be that gatekeeper of your home. And yeah, I'm going to, and one more thing too, Amy mentioned this, but you hear it in our voices, like we're super passionate about this and getting this message out to as many people as we can and opening up people's eyes. So if you you probably have some people in mind that you're like, oh, so-and-so needs to hear this. My sister needs to hear this. My neighbor needs to hear this, like whatever. We would love to teach a class for you, and Young Living's comp plan is like nothing but super generous. So you will be nothing but blessed. So that's always an option as well for you. And we're happy to do that for you. So I'm going to pass the baton over to Michelle to close us out. And it's been super fun.
All right, friends. I mean, this community, aren't my friends amazing? There is a seat for you at this table. We hit you with a lot of information tonight. Do not be intimidated. We will hold your hand till it's sweaty. Like, we will walk you through all the steps. And we want to make it easy for you. There are so many classes that we want to teach because we know that it's super important to get this message out there. But knowledge and education is nothing unless it's applied, right? So don't let anything prevent you from getting started. Let's get these tools in your hands to support your wellness so that you can sleep better, so that you can digest everything that you're consuming well, supporting your immune system so that you have the energy for yourself and your loved ones. I mean, we owe it to ourselves, right? Like, self-care is super important. I'm learning that a lot in this season, that we need, and Amy is always saying that we need to put our oxygen masks on first before we can help others. And this is a way of doing that. So let's put this wellness kit in your hands so that you can live well and love well. And like Melody said, not only is there an abundant, catalog of products, and they added new products this last Saturday for convention. So more things are coming out. But once you get these products in your hand, you're not going to want to keep this information to yourself. You're going to want to share with your loved ones, and we can help you do that. So let us know, reach out to us, reach out to the person who invited you. Thank you so much for coming.
Yay. Thank you guys so
Yes, thank
much.
you.